For Wernher von Braun, the end of World War II was not a surrender, it was a relocation. He didn't see the war crimes in the smoke rising from the V2 rocket factory. He saw only the flawless curve of the missile's trajectory. When the war ended, his genius became the ultimate non-negotiable spoils of victory. The question wasn't if he would build rockets for a new master, but who would pay the price for his soul. The air in the Mittelwerk underground factory is cold, smelling of ozone and fear. Hundreds of slave laborers, gaunt grey figures from the Dora concentration camp, toil silently, assembling the massive V2 rocket. 32, impeccably dressed, intense blue eyes, strides past the workers, his face impassive. He carries a slide rule and a set of blueprints. He is obsessed with the mechanics, blind to the misery. He stops before a newly mounted engine casing. To his chief engineer, Arthur Rudolph. The combustion chamber welding is deficient. We need the thermal stress rating improved by 30% before the next shipment to the Western Front. Herr Doctor, the production quota. We are losing 24 men a day to exhaustion. The output is slowing. Von Braun ignores the comment about the men. He runs his hand over the cold metal. The output must not slow. The Führer's retaliation weapon is paramount. If we fail, the sky will belong to the enemy. He glances dismissively at the slave labor. The only thing that matters is the purity of the thrust. The journey to space is the goal. No matter the path, Wernher von Braun dreamed of the moon. To fund his dream, he delivered the world's first ballistic missile, the V2, to Adolf Hitler. His laboratory, Peenemünde, was a marvel of science. His factory, Mittelwerk, was a chamber of human horrors. His Faustian bargain was complete. Sunlight streams onto a table covered with maps. The sound of distant Allied artillery rumbles. Von Braun is with his core team of 120 scientists and engineers. They are in hiding. To his brother, Magnus von Braun. The war is over. The Soviet army is days away from Peenemünde. The Americans, however, are coming from the west. The Soviets offered us an irresistible future, Wernher. Unlimited resources to continue the work for the motherland, shakes his head firmly. The Americans are pragmatic, they are wealthy. Most importantly, their culture is one of exploration, not just conquest. The Soviets will use us to build weapons. The Americans will use us to reach the stars. We choose our buyer. Von Braun knew his value was in his mind, not his allegiance. His next rocket launch would be a symbolic surrender. Von Braun's team drives a convoy of trucks containing their most vital documents, 14 tons of blueprints and test results. They encounter an American GI patrol, jumping out, fluent in English, hands raised. We wish to surrender. We are scientists. We have a gift for America. The American officer approaches cautiously. He stares at the well-dressed Germans, stepping forward calm. I am Wernher von Braun. My colleagues and I invented the V2 rocket. We want to exchange our expertise for safe passage. We would like to build your space program. The officer's eyes widen. He realizes he has just bagged the ultimate prize. The scorching heat of the New Mexico desert is a stark contrast to the Baltic. Von Braun and his team are now employees of the U.S. Army Ordnance Corps. They are technically special employees brought in under the highly classified Operation Paperclip, a program designed to exploit German scientific talent while concealing their Nazi ties. To von Braun, gesturing at a disassembled V2 section, we recovered over 100 V2s from the Mittelwerk tunnels. Now, you rebuild them. You teach our men how to launch them. It will be done, Colonel. But the V2 is obsolete. My team is already designing the Redstone missile, a new class, more powerful, guided by American electronics. Skeptical. And where do you see that going, Herr Doctor? A small, ambitious smile. That, Colonel, is the first step. The Redstone leads to the Jupiter leads to the Saturn, and the Saturn leads to the Moon. We are done with war, Colonel. We are building the future. The army, prioritizing Cold War security over ethical considerations, used the paperclip designation, literally paperclipping new employment forms over the original Nazi dossiers, to whitewash their past. Von Braun's genius had bought him a new citizenship and a clean slate. 15 years later. Von Braun, now an American citizen and the director of the Marshall Space Flight Center, stands amidst a bustling control room. He is older, heavier, wearing a NASA uniform. A huge, complex console flashes before him. The atmosphere is electric. The missile on the launch pad is the mighty Saturn V, the rocket designed to take men to the moon. It is the realization of the dreams he held since Peenemünde, speaking into a microphone, his German accent still noticeable, all systems nominal. Godspeed, gentlemen. The launch is perfect. The control room erupts in cheers. Wernher von Braun, the architect of the weapon that terrorized London, had become the architect of America's greatest triumph. He would later be seen as a hero of the space age, a pioneer whose genius defined a generation. Looking up at the projected image of the Saturn V climbing into the blackness, this is the greatest use of rocketry. This is the new frontier, but the stain of Operation Paperclip remained. The foundations of the moon rocket were built in the dark tunnels of Mittelwerk, a testament to the terrible cold calculus that decided, in the final days of World War II, that the pursuit of scientific progress was worth any price. The stars were won on a devil's bargain.